Hello and welcome to Sunflower Philosophy Tarot. My name is Juliana, and today's Timeless Pick a Card reading is going to be a do this to get that result reading. So I'm just going to keep it really short and simple, and it's going to be just a card that represents an action and then a card that represents the result of that action. And we're going to see whatever wants to come through. So you can feel free to focus on something specific that you're asking about or just be open to whatever comes through. There may be more than one group that calls to you in this reading, so keep an open mind. And before I do the group selection here, as always, I want to do a little centering exercise. So if you are able to and you're not like in the middle of driving or anything like that, please feel free to stick around for that. And if not, skip ahead to the group selection. Let's get into it. All right, welcome to this brief centering exercise to get in touch with your intuition and just to feel more calm and centered in yourself. Please only participate if you're able to sit back and relax, and maybe even close your eyes if you want to. And let's get comfortable now. So get into a comfortable seat or lie down or whatever is most comfortable for you, and bring your attention to your breathing. And just allow your breathing to be what it is. Just notice it. Feel the breaths going in and flowing out. No need to make any adjustments. Just allow whatever feels most natural in this moment. And if you feel called to, you might bring your attention down to your heart center, your heart chakra, you may call it, and get in touch with that space there. Notice any sensations, thoughts, emotions that may arise in there, and just let them be and allow them to pass through. And this time, you may decide to imagine you're breathing through your heart center. Inhaling love in and exhaling anything that does not serve you anymore with love. Allowing that to simply drift out of your mind, body, and spirit. And at this time, you know that you are in touch with your intuition. You always have access to your inner knowing, and you can trust it. You can trust yourself, and you are ready to receive any messages that are meant for you in this reading. Really feel that self-trust grounding in your body. And whether you feel it or not, just know that it's there, taking root in your subconscious, this deep trust of yourself. And feel free to set any kind of intention now for the rest of this reading or for the rest of your day. Whatever you want it to be, just set that intention now. And then let it go. And you can feel free to stay here, sitting with yourself quietly for a little while longer if you like. Just pause the video. But those of you who are ready, feel free to join me now for the group selection. All right, welcome to the group selection. Whether you join me for the brief centering exercise or not, we are going to go through our groups today. We have 6 groups here, and I just have these crystals for you to choose from. Nothing fancy. We're keeping it simple today. So let's get started. First of all, we have Group 1 with this smoky quartz crystal. We have Group 2 with this green I'm not sure what it is, so if you have an idea of what it might be, let me know in the comments. but it's a lovely light green crystal. Group 3, we have this blue opalite stone. Group 4, we have this tiger's eye. Group 5, we have this cherry red quartz. And group 6, we have this clear quartz. So feel free to take a moment and pause the video, go down to the description or the pinned comment, select your group, and I will see you over in your reading. Hi Group 1, if you selected the smoky quartz, this is your reading about an action that you can take and the result that you will get from taking that action. And I set the intention that this will be something that you need to hear for your highest good. So with that in mind, let's just get right into it. We're going to get a card to represent an action that you can take. So what is Group 1's action? What is their do this? What is their action? What is Group 1's action? What is their action? Okay. We have the 7 of Wands. All right. 7 of Wands. And then what is the result from this action? All right, we got 3 cards here. Okay, we have the Empress, the King of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. All right. So, with the 7 of Wands here, I got like defending something. Like you're defending something with the 7 of Wands. And I'm going to just ask real quick. I have these clarifying cards here. I'm going to ask, what are you defending? What are you defending? What are you defending? Or even protecting. There's a protective energy here. What are you protecting? Justice. Interesting. Okay. Okay, well, for some of you, very specifically, there could be some kind of legal situation that's relevant here. Maybe you are literally a defense attorney or a defendant or something of that nature. I am assuming that's not for the majority of you, but I definitely feel like there is some aspect in which you are defending either yourself, another person, an idea, or something like that in service of justice, in service of what is right and what is fair. And so this is like a standing up for yourself or standing up for something that you believe in. And the result in doing that is, first of all, well, the Empress, which I feel like was kind of on top of these other cards, like the main card here. The Empress, to me, is a very powerful feminine energy, obviously. A divine feminine, some might call her. But the Empress is certainly someone who is very secure and stable within herself. She's also a caretaker, a protector. There's definitely mother energy here. So no matter who you are, I feel like there is the desire to... It's almost like... Okay, there's a couple different interpretations I can get from this. On one side, it's like standing up for yourself and or other people, or developing a protective energy, even getting in touch with your values, with what is important to you, with what you do want to stand up for, with what you do want to protect. Getting in touch with that, really either taking actionable steps that you can take in your physical reality to do that, or even just getting in touch with what it is that you want to protect, what it is that is important to you, what it is that is worth fighting for and worth standing up for in your life. Getting in touch with that, getting clear on that, and also enacting that in your life if that's relevant to you, if that's something that you need to or want to do in some area of your life, that is going to bring you into this more receptive, relaxed ease almost. And that's interesting, isn't it? Because I almost feel like what this is on the action side is you becoming really dependable to yourself, or even to another person, even to other people, even just in general. Because for some of you, maybe you're also calling in like an empress figure. Like maybe you want to call in like even like a powerful woman or someone into your life. Like maybe there's an element of wanting to call this energy in, and not knowing how to stand in your own power in order to do so. And one way to do that is to get in touch with, well, what are ways that you can defend your boundaries now, that you can set your boundaries? This could be about setting boundaries as well. Setting boundaries around what's right for you. Getting in touch with your values will help you know when someone in your life is aligned with that, right? And also, for some of you, it could also be creating a safe space within yourself that in turn creates a safe space for others in your life. So whether you are this empress, or whether this empress is someone who you want to bring into your life, or who you want to protect in your life, you are finding where in yourself you are maybe not so firm in standing up for your boundaries or standing up for what you believe in. Or maybe you feel like you don't even know what's important to you or what you even want. So like, even if this was specifically about some kind of like relationship, for example, you're figuring out where your boundaries are. You're figuring out what your values are. You're figuring out where you draw lines, so that you know when you're interacting with someone whether or not they're compatible with you, because you'll know where your lines are, where your non-negotiables are, where your negotiables are, and you'll be more able to navigate relationships where you're like, okay, this isn't for me, that is for me, and whatnot. And with that comes a sense of security, because the Empress is really very much, to me, security, safety, and even like a motherly energy of being able to protect and be there and nurture others. With the King of Pentacles right underneath, I feel the King of Pentacles is a very similar energy. The King of Pentacles is very secure, very solid in his physical world. There's a lot of earth energy here, very grounded. So yeah, almost like having these clear boundaries, and also being able to stand up for yourself, and also knowing like what your boundaries are and what is important to you, will help you feel more safe and secure in your physical world. Will help you feel more safe and secure to grow and nurture yourself and others. And with this Ace of Wands here, it also brings potentially new, renewed passion, renewed inspiration. Maybe for some of you, this is representative of your like inner masculine and feminine aspects coming together and being able to create on an even playing field. Maybe there's some element of potentially like an unevenness in your masculine and feminine energy that is needing to be equalized here through the setting of boundaries, and maybe through standing up for yourself and protecting yourself, protecting your boundaries, protecting your values. And for some of you, bringing those things together will help kickstart a new journey for you, a new adventure, but even just a new creative inspiration where you feel secure and safe within yourself to even think of creating something new. Think of taking actions on things that you are passionate about, that you want to take action on, that inspire you. So really what we're doing here is we're setting boundaries, we're standing up for ourselves, we're doing so from a place of knowing what's truly important to us, what really means enough to us to want to stand up for it, to want to protect it. And this is bringing in a sense of safety within ourselves, where we can also create a safe space for others as well if we wish to, and a safe space for whatever we want to create, whether that be projects, children, a relationship, a business, whatever it may be. You're creating a safe space within yourself, and for your creations as well. So I hope that resonates. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how it did resonate. And if you're interested in personal readings, we do offer those on our website, sunflowerphilosophy.com, link in the description, and also hypnosis and human design as well. So if you're interested, check that out. And thank you so much for watching. Let's get on to group 2. Hi Group 2, if you selected this green stone, then you're in the right place, and this is your reading, which will just be a do this to get that result reading. I intend it to be very quick and to just be some kind of action that will get you some kind of result, and for whatever that comes through here to be in your highest good. So to be whatever you need to hear right now for the best. So let's see what comes up and let's get right into it. So we're just going to get a card to represent an action that you can take. So let's get an action, okay, for group 2. And then the result of this action. Let's get the result of this action. What will result from this action? Okay. All right, interesting. So I'm going to clarify with my little deck here. I'm going to clarify that 10 of Wands as your action before we get into it. So let's clarify that action, shall we? What action does this 10 of Wands really represent? Okay. We have the 3 of Wands and the Page of Wands. Lots of Wands. Lots of Wands. And Wands are active energy. They are active. All right, so the action that we are taking here. Well, what's interesting is that at least the Page of Wands comes right after the 10 of Wands. So I do feel like we're... Okay. Okay, I got it. All right, so the action that we are taking is releasing like a bunch of these wands here and taking one of them. So the situation I'm getting is that I feel like this is a group that has a lot of options and or a lot of different things they want to do and focus on. And it could be in a really wonderful way as well. You could have like, for some people it could be you might feel overburdened. You might have a lot of things that you're trying to get done at once that might not all be things that you want to be doing. For others of you, you might just have a lot of passions, a lot of inspirations, a lot of things that you want to create, a lot of projects that you want to do. And this is the act of basically taking all those things, and maybe for some of you, this very specific action came out, but like listing all of these things out, prioritizing them, and picking one to start with. And with the 3 of Wands here, I feel like the 3 of Wands represents this hopeful, like looking out at the horizons and seeing the beautiful possibilities, and then taking all those possibilities and trying to make them all work. And what we're doing here is that we're prioritizing, really. We're prioritizing and we're starting with one thing. So what you're doing is you're really just paring down your to-do list, paring down your list of things that you want to create in this world, and you're just picking one and you're going with it. And with the Page of Wands, that's a youthful, spirited, fun energy. So we're being lighthearted about it. We're just being like, all right, I'm just going to pick this one and I'm just going to play with it. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to see where it goes. So we're not overburdening ourselves. We're not being too stressed about it. We're having fun with it. And the result that will come from this, well, first of all, with the Page of Pentacles, there may be a little bit of I feel like almost like an unexpected financial return on this project, potentially. It could also represent, though, in general, some kind of growth for you, some kind of growth. And it's going to be not enormous. It's going to be relatively small, being that it's the Page, but it's going to be substantial enough. And I feel that this will also bring you a greater sense of, first of all, maybe emotional ease, but also potentially new offers or opportunities from people around you. So I feel like this is growth, small growth with the potential for much more. And it's kind of like taking that first step will get you this result, and will from there allow you to decide where it goes. But it's a overall pretty positive energy and positive result. But I also feel like, again, if you pick this one wand, you have the option of growing it further than this, or saying, all right, cool, I took it as far as I wanted it to go. Now let's go to the next wand, right? Like, now let's go to the next one. So it's almost like you picking one thing will allow you to start to get a sense for its potential. And then when you can see that potential, when you see where you can go with it, then you'll have the option of deciding, okay, where is it that I really want to go? And for some of you, you might even get some offers and some options from other people around whatever you pick here that could be surprising or unexpected, or could just give you an idea of, okay, do I want to go with choice A, choice B, whatnot. There's definitely going to be some paths that open up for you. So I would say just whittle down your list, pick something, prioritize, and go from there. And with the Page of Cups on the bottom of this clarifier deck, there's definitely some kind of surprising element in it for you. So I would say have fun with it. Okay. Oh, one last message before we head on over to the next group as well. Don't take things too seriously. With the pages here, with the knight here, I feel like there's a lightness, there's a lighter energy, and there's not an energy of pinning too many hopes on one thing or trying to pack too much into one thing. We're keeping it light. So that's all I have for you, group 2. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like, please give a comment, like, subscribe. And if you're interested in personal readings, we do offer those on Sunflower Philosophy Tarot, or sunflowerphilosophy.com, in the description. So you can click the link in the description for more about that. And also we offer hypnosis and human design. So thanks again for watching, and I will move over to group 3. Hi, group 3. If you selected the blue opalite, then you're in the right place, and this is your reading, which is going to be a simple do this to get that result reading. I intend it to be quick and easy advice, and I set the intention that it would be for your highest good, whatever you need to hear right now. So let's just get right into it. So we're going to get a card to represent the action, and then we're going to get a card to represent the results. So what is group 3's action? What is their do this card? What is group 3's? Whoa, okay. We got 3 cards here, all coming out at once, so I'm going to put them like this. This one was kind of on its side, but I feel like it doesn't really matter if it's up or down in this case. And what is the result? What is the result? Oh, okay. Oh. Ooh, okay. I see what we're talking about here. So, group 3, your action revolves around planting some kind of seed. So starting some kind of new venture. This is the Ace of Pentacles. It's the very beginning. Oh, yes. Okay. So we are taking on some kind of potential and starting some kind of new project or venture. But the most important thing is that this may or may not pertain to a specific thing that you're working on right now or something that's coming in for you. It doesn't matter. What we're paying attention to here, our action that we're doing, is we're paying attention to where we self-sabotage. And we are noticing that and not allowing that to quell the potential of whatever it is that we want to create. And this could be literally so general. It could be about anything you want to create. You are noticing where you might be deceiving yourself, where you might be holding on to too many anxious thoughts around, where you get in your own way. Whenever a new opportunity comes up, whenever an idea comes up, whenever something that you want to create for yourself comes up in your mind, you are noticing your inner deceptor, your thoughts that tell you it's not going to happen. The things that kill the idea before it becomes something beautiful. And for a lot of you, you might already be aware of this, but we are getting serious about it now. If you take care of this stuff, and in fact, I could even see this 7 of Swords as like this guy is like, he's almost like taking these ideas from this person over here, right? This person who's sitting here worrying about stuff instead of doing anything, he's taking them, he's stealing those swords, and he's taking them over to the Ace of Pentacles over here. So it's almost like you grabbing those ideas back from your anxiety, and you're like, okay, but we're going to use it though. I'm going to protect these ideas. I'm going to keep these safe. I'm going to cultivate them. I'm going to take care of them like a little seed, like a precious little seed. And I'm going to steal them, take them, protect them from the parts of my mind that don't want them to grow, right? I'm not letting this get in the way of this. And if you take active steps to cultivate a healthier state of mind and cultivate a healthier almost garden for this seed to grow in, you're going to be overjoyed by the result. Because first of all, this Ace of Cups can, to me, be like a gift from the universe. But it's an overflowing cup. It represents emotion, overflowing joy to me. And I feel like the most important gift from this process is not just whatever you create. It's not just whatever gifts you might get from the universe. The gift of this process is that you have an overall healthier emotional self. You have an overall more joyful experience of life itself. And that is your gift. And that is the biggest thing. I'm sure you'll create many beautiful things. I'm sure many wonderful things will grow for you throughout this process. But the biggest thing is that you're just going to have more joy, have more experience, just an overflowing of potential. Your cup will be overflowing from within, right? You won't have these thoughts, these anxieties tamping down, dampening your potential. And that process, that the way that you take this action will look different for so many people. A lot of you might already be in the process of working on that, and doing what you're doing is bringing this about. For some of you, you might have some new steps you want to take, or you might want to institute new practices. You know, there's so many different ways that you can do this. Cultivating a mindfulness practice, starting a journal, cultivating a meditation practice, yoga, exercise, seeing a therapist, working with, I don't know, going to Reiki, whatever. Whatever you do to set the intention to declutter your mind. And also, I could see the Seven of Swords as well as decluttering your mind. So this person is almost decluttering, taking some of these swords away, taking some of these swords and thoughts off your plate, because basically the clutter in your mind is what's blocking out the sun that's not allowing this Ace of Pentacles to grow, right? So you're taking that away. You're doing some inner cultivation. You're doing some weeding of your internal garden. And in whatever way works best for you to do that, do it. But doing so is going to bring you untold joy, just because no matter what is even going on in your life, you will feel, it's like this will allow, I love the metaphor. We have such a strong garden metaphor going on. Weeding this garden over here, removing some of these swords that are stabbing your mind and keeping you from growing the seed, will unlock your energy, your emotional energy. This water here, this joyous flowing water, right? Because like your mental energy can block and tamp down your energy and stop it from flowing, right? So once that water is flowing again, once that energy is flowing again, not only do you feel better, it also waters the seed, right? That flowing, beautiful emotional energy allows you to move through, use that energy to create, to make things, to cultivate beauty. It's wonderful. So yeah, keep doing whatever you're doing in service of weeding your garden, of addressing any kind of anxiety or things you might be dealing with. And if you haven't really been focused on that, get focused on that. Take your mental health seriously, take your health seriously, and not in a way where it stresses you out more, right? Find ways that, while they might be uncomfortable to start with, find ways that actually do bring you comfort. Find ways to bring yourself comfort, to bring yourself joy, to bring yourself just relaxation even. And start small, but even taking a small step with this Ace of Pentacles here, that's a tiny, small little seed. Taking a small step, planting a small seed of intention to clear your mind, to unblock your energy here, that can have a big impact over time. So don't underestimate the small little steps that you take every day. You don't have to see results right away. Remember, it takes time for things to grow, and just keep acting with that intention. Even if you don't feel the results, even if you don't see the results right away, just keep going. You'll get there. It's like if you're unblocking a river and you're taking one stone at a time, eventually that river will become unblocked, right? Eventually you'll hit that, like, you'll take away that stone, that last stone that's like the last stronghold between the river and the rest of where it wants to flow, and everything will just crash right through. So keep going. All right. I hope that resonated. I hope it was helpful. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. And if you're interested in personal reading, then you can check out sunflowerphilosophy.com for our offerings. We also offer hypnosis services and human design services. And yeah, thanks again for watching, and I will get over to group number 4. Group 4, if you selected this tiger's eye, then you're in the right place, and this is your do this to get that result reading. So we're just gonna keep it simple and straightforward, and I set the intention that whatever you hear today will be for your highest good. And with that in mind, let's get right into it. So we are going to get a card to represent an action, and then the result of that action. So starting with the action for group 4, what is group 4's action? What is their do this? Okay, we have the death card here. And what is their result of this action? All right. The Empress. Wow, 2 major arcana. We love that. And I feel called to get a clarifier for each one. I didn't do that for all the groups, but I'm going to do that for this one. Let's get clarifiers for the death card. So for their action, what action is this death card representing? Let's get further clarification on that. What action? 9 of Cups. Okay. And what action, what result is this Empress card representing? What action is this Empress card representing? I mean, what result? Sorry. 6 of Pentacles. Okay. With the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, that just feels relevant. All right. So first of all, water energy as our action, and then earth energy as our result here. So we're definitely focusing on some kind of transformation, first of all, with the death card. So transforming, even like dying to yourself in like the ego death sense of the word, might be the action. And I feel like the fact that it's the death card here and the fact that it's the 9 of Cups, I don't even know if you really have to do anything. Like, I'm gonna be real, I think this is something that's just happening. So you could be in the midst of some kind of transformation, or if there is some active way in which you know that you can transform and you've been thinking about transforming, that will bring you some kind of emotional satisfaction. Whatever that is, that's what we're doing here. Now, I just got a really specific, okay. I just got a really specific scenario. This will not be for everyone, but it might be a good metaphor or example. And this very specific example is literally like if you are someone who has been questioning your gender and you really wanted to transition, like literally going through that transformation because you know that that's at the end of the day what you truly want and you're sure about it and you know that's who you are, and maybe the only things that are preventing you are, you know, a lot of questions about, will other people accept me, and all the very serious stuff that is going on in you know, the world that might prevent you from doing that. Like, I'm not gonna like sugarcoat or belittle any of the fears that might come with that kind of situation, but it's a situation where like you would know that is who you are and who you want to be, and it would bring you happiness to be that person. And so like if you take that action and you go through with that transformation, like, I mean, the Empress and the 6 of Pentacles, it's like, I feel like the Empress, first of all, could be literally transitioning to be a woman, which is like, I mean, who wouldn't want to get the Empress card if that's like your goal, right? Like the epitome of womanhood, so congratulations. But also like feeling beautiful, feeling abundant, feeling sure of yourself, feeling confident, and getting, with the 6 of Pentacles here, getting your due, almost like being in the position to receive specifically from others, from the universe, and also being in the position to give as well, to have a lot to give. And now, I know I used that one specific example, that might not resonate with your specific situation. Of course, for most people it probably won't. But I do feel like whatever this transformation is that you're going through, which again might just be something that's literally happening to you if that's what you resonate with, whether it's a step you need to take or if it's something that is just the process you're going through, it's a transformation that is in service of your emotional satisfaction, and you would probably be aware of this because you know, okay, I was emotionally unsatisfied before when I thought this way or felt this way or was this way. I'm going through a transformation to basically establish a firmer sense, a stronger sense of emotional satisfaction within myself. And in turn, because of that, abundance becomes part of you, becomes who you are, becomes part of your life. And maybe for some of you, your divine feminine or your internal feminine energy aspect becomes more, becomes stronger, becomes a stronger part of you, no matter what your gender is, right? Like, this part of you is the part that knows how to receive, is very in touch with your intuition, is relaxed and easy about life, also is able to be a nurturer and a carer for others as well, if you want to. Maybe for some of you specifically, like for some of you specifically, if you are someone who can like have children and that's something that you want, you might be in the process of considering what you would need to do in order to get that into your life, whether it's physically getting your body ready for that or like also getting the circumstances ready for that. Something around like transforming your relationship with your emotions, getting yourself into a space of not only emotional satisfaction, but I can also see this as like a balancing of your hormones, right? Because like cups, emotions, hormones, you know, balancing your hormones and everything will get you into the space where you are able and ready to be that, to be a mother, to be, you know. And so another specific circumstance for you that could be relevant for some of you. And again, I do feel like for a lot of you, whatever this transformation is, like, it's kind of like something you can't really avoid. Like, I think it's actually a process you're going through. So there might be some choices you need to make along the way to help it along, but ultimately I feel like you're already heading in that direction. Like, you're already going through it. It's happening. It's just like you get to choose how it happens. Are you going to go along with it? Are you going to trust that it's going to be in service of your highest good? Are you going to trust that it's going to bring you emotional satisfaction? Are you also going to work on improving your relationship with yourself and supporting yourself through this transformation? Or are you going to resist it? And I feel like this is an energy of not resisting the transformation, of trusting it, of getting yourself, and for a lot of you, your physical body in order to embody this, be this, bring this in. And it's a very strong, positive energy. So I feel like if you've been going through a transformation or questioning a transformation and if you have any fears around it, if you aren't sure where it's leading you, I mean, this is some good stuff, right? Because no matter if it's literally physically about your body in some way and being a mother or transitioning in gender, or literally just like bringing in abundance, bringing your feminine energy into balance in a way where you can receive from the universe, you can cultivate abundance, you can just like be confident in who you are. Like, no matter what, this is a really good outcome. It's a really good outcome. And I think it's balancing some scales for you as well. Again, allowing you to not only receive, but also give from a space of confidence, from a space of just knowing that you have enough, that you are enough just as you are, which is beautiful. So no matter what your circumstance is, it's a really beautiful energy. And so best of luck to you going through this transformation. I hope it turns out the way that you wanted to, but it will. Trust that, and focus on cultivating your emotional satisfaction. Focus on balancing your emotions, on working with yourself in whatever way you need to support yourself through this process. Amazing. So I hope that resonated. I hope that was helpful. Please like, comment, subscribe. And if you're interested in personal readings, we do offer those on sunflowerphilosophy.com. So the link is in the description. And we also offer hypnosis and human design services. So feel free to check those out as well. Thanks again, and I'm going to head over to Group 5. Hi, Group 5. If you selected the cherry red quartz, then you're in the right place. And this is your reading, which will be just a do this to get that result reading. Should be quick and straightforward. Basically, we're looking at an action that you can take and the result that it would get you. And I set the intention that whatever you hear here will be for your highest good. So with that, let's just get right into it. I'm going to get a card. We're not going to take that yet. I'm going to get a card for your action, then I'll get a card for your result. So let's get Group 2's action. What is the action presenting itself for Group 2? Please, what is the action presenting itself for Group 2? Okay, 4 of Cups. And what is the result? Okay, 2 of Wands. Okay. I'm going to clarify that 4 of Cups real quick with my little deck here. And let's get into it. All right, so how can we clarify this Four of Cups here? What action does this Four of Cups represent? King of Cups, okay. Yeah. Okay. I feel like we got a similar message in another group, but I could be wrong here. I'm going to clarify the Two of Wands, even though I'm pretty sure I know what that means. Okay. Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. We love that. All right. So this action that you're taking here is to... yes. Okay. So we are, with this action, not taking on other people's emotional baggage. We're not taking on emotional baggage that is not ours. We are setting emotional boundaries, right? So we are essentially becoming this King of Cups, right? So there's some aspect in which you are looking at how you experience and relate to your emotions and to the emotions of others. And for some of you, it's also involving your relationship with your own emotions, right? For others of you, it's not only that, but it's also really about like focusing on, okay, how do I take on emotional energy from other people that I simply don't need to be taking on? How am I taking on emotional energy in general that is not mine, that is not meant for me? With this King of Cups here, this King of Cups does not allow himself to get drained by energies that are just simply not meant for him. This King of Cups has an open cup because he doesn't need to protect himself, because he already knows that he is protected. He already has his own boundaries. He's very strong and firm in himself. He has an open cup because he knows that he easily takes in only what is meant for him, and he doesn't need to worry about anything else. He can also give from his cup because he has more than enough. It's overflowing, it's bountiful, and it's never depleted. The King of Cups is an emotional master. The King of Cups also knows basically how to maintain this emotional mastery, because it's not to say that he just is that and he doesn't take any action. The King of Cups got here because he took action, right? And so for you, that can look like setting boundaries literally, physically, by saying, hey, listen, you know what? I don't have the bandwidth to, like, see people today, so I'm going to cancel these plans and tend to myself because I don't have a lot of energy. And just acknowledge that whether someone's going to be upset with you about that or not, you can let them. It's like that, like that let them thing. I think Mel Robbins wrote a book about that or something, where it's just, revolutionary idea of just like letting people feel how they want to feel about you. So like if someone's going to be upset about something, just like let them. If someone's not happy with you, let them. If someone is happy with you, let them. And you really might need to work on pulling your own energy back into yourself right now, right? And you'll find a balance. It's not about never caring about anyone else. It's not about being cold or unempathetic. But it is about taking care of yourself, having empathy and compassion for yourself, and putting practices in place so that you maintain your own energy. And over time, your capacity to handle a lot of energies may change, may shift. Your relationship to emotions and other people's emotions in general may change and shift as well. But you need to actually start somewhere, right? And so it might feel a little uncomfortable at first. You might not be sure exactly how to go about it, but it's going through that process to become this King of Cups, because doing so will open up the whole world for you. That's what I'm seeing with this Two of Wands. And a little bit, it's almost like I can't even tell you what the result would be, because the result is so much in the unknown for you. It's like untold positive results from this, right? It's almost like you have to discover it for yourself. There's so much that will change for you that it will actually, you can't really know what it's going to be like until you're there. But at the same time, I can tell you that it will be very positive. And with this Emperor card here, you will be so much surer of yourself, so solid in your own foundation, so ready for anything, that it will feel like you'll have a completely different perspective on life, essentially. And it all starts from focusing on your own emotional health and prioritizing that, and at least at this time, not noticing where and how and when you are taking on other people's emotions, or you don't even have to think of it as other people's. You can even just think of it as like some emotional energy that drains you. versus emotional energy that does not drain you. And start there. You don't have to place blame on anyone or anything if you don't want to, but just almost detach and observe it from a detached place. Observe your emotions from a detached place, from a mindful place. Start there, and from there your journey will unfold. Your next steps of how you, okay, like, well, what do I do about that? Okay, well, how do I shift my perspective around that? That will unfold for you, and I can't even tell you how, right? You kind of just have to start, right? You kind of just have to start getting really real with yourself. And those of you who actually feel like you've already been working on this is just a sign that you are moving in the right direction. Maybe there are some things that you're still not quite looking at directly, or maybe there are some things that you still have to work on, but you're all in all headed in the right direction. This is who you're becoming, and this is going to be the result from that. And so, yeah, but it's just like becoming really solid in yourself and having a completely different perspective on life, essentially, that comes from cultivating this healthy emotional relationship with yourself and with others. And there's so many different ways you can do that, so many different resources online, so many different paths you can take, so many different professionals who you can work with in different fields, you know? EFT, yoga, energy healers, Reiki, therapists, whatever your path is, whatever tools that you have in your toolbox or that you decide are for you, I mean, it's really just whatever works for you. Try some different things out, set the intention that that's what you're going to do, and see what speaks to you, see what works for you. But commit, you know, and allow for the discomfort that comes along with starting something new, but know that it's leading you to a place you can't even imagine yet, but will be unimaginably good and secure. With this Emperor here, very stable, secure guy. That is who you are becoming. Doesn't matter your gender. And also for those of you who are looking to bring in like a King of Cups figure into your life, like in terms of like romance or like someone who takes care of you, like this will help you do that. Those of you who are looking to become like a King of Cups Emperor person, like a provider, father, husband, whatever, this will help you do that more effectively, be the person who you want to be. So take that as it resonates, and that's all. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and please like, comment, subscribe, do all the things if you want to. Also, if you're interested in personal readings, we do offer them on sunflowerphilosophy.com, link in the description. And if you're interested in hypnosis or human design, we offer that as well. So thanks again for watching, and I'm gonna head over to group 5. Hi group 6, if you selected this clear quartz, then you're in the right place, and this is your reading, which is all about an action that you can take and the result that it would get you. So do this to get that result. And we're keeping it general, but if you have a specific thing you want to focus on, feel free to do so. And just keep an open mind about what comes through. I set the intention that whatever messages will come through will be for your highest good, so let's get right into it. So we're going to get a card for your action that you can take. So group 6. What is the action that group 6 can take? What is an action that group 6 can take? Oh, okay. We're going to have to cover up this card because it's a little bit naked. But we've got the Lovers here. Okay, there we go. And the result of this action. Send it out, please. What is the result of this action over here? Send it out, please. What is the result? What is the result of this action? What is the result of this action, please? Another card we have to cover up. Man, there's a lot of nudity happening in this group. Which is like, not that I mind, but YouTube does. Okay. All right. There we go. The Lovers and the World. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna get a little clarifier for each of these actually. So what action? Let's clarify what action the Lovers card actually represents. What action does the Lovers card actually represent? Ace of Cups. Okay. And what action does the World? What result does the World card actually represent? What result does the World card actually represent? Okay. 8 of Pentacles. Okay. I'm gonna get one more clarifier next to the 8 of Pentacles. What does the World card represent? What result? What is the result? King of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. Okay. All right. Well, oh, and the World card again on the bottom. So it's like basically like, stop asking for clarifiers. The World card is the World card, bitch. Okay, so all that to get to, oop, I just hit the mic. All that to get to the conclusion that I feel like the Lovers is really about, maybe it might be about literally like starting some kind of romantic relationship. So like if there have been some of you who have been on the fence about a relationship, whether or not you want to take it to the next level, take the next step, or whether you want to manifest one into your life, or it could also be about some kind of like union within yourself, right? Taking the action towards that, towards love, and with the Ace of Cups here, either making an offer or receiving an offer with an open heart will bring some kind of cycle to an end. And I feel like I got the message that like this in and of itself is the result. It's like moving towards love, opening up to love, making an offer and or receiving an offer, accepting an offer in romance in some way is in and of itself the result that you get. Like you get a loving relationship. Like that's the action that you're taking. Like it's like you embody and be that love, and then it's done. It is. So with the 8 of Pentacles, King of Wands, and 6 of Pentacles clarifying, I mean I could take, like, I feel like with the 8 of Pentacles, like your focus shifts. So what your focus becomes something new. So for some of you, like if this is something that you've wanted for a long time, or you haven't been sure how to manifest in your life, it's almost like just embodying and being that love and accepting that it is done already. Like it is, and it comes through you, it comes from you, you create that energy within yourself, and then you radiate it out into your world, and then it is done, and then it happens, and then it is. Allows you to shift your focus to other things. It also brings a lot of confidence here, and confidence in taking action. And it also it brings in reciprocity, like an equal give and take. A situation where you receive and give equally. And it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to even be specifically about a relationship, although I think for most people it is, but it's also just the idea of like embodying love, embodying the Ace of Cups, the loving energy. This little dove here is holding like a little love note, right? So I do feel like for a lot of you it is about like romantic love, but like at the same time, no matter whether it's that or just in general, like just the act of embodying love, right? Like you create that love within yourself, then it's already done. You don't need to get it from outside of you or from anywhere, but you create it within yourself, you radiate it out, and it reflects back to you in your relationships. And it shifts your focus on what you're focused on. It shifts your focus to a more loving focus. It gives you confidence to take action, and maybe even for some of you brings in a King of Wands kind of figure, a very active figure in your life, maybe a masculine energy, whether from yourself or from someone else. And from the Six of Pentacles here, reciprocity, being open to giving and receiving in the world. Haha. And yeah, that's like, it's very simple. I feel like embodying love brings it about, and it is done. And so I feel for those of you who have been looking to manifest a loving relationship, or even a new dynamic in an existing relationship, like, I feel like this is maybe a sign that you are on the right path, that your next step really is just embodying that love and having faith and knowing that it's already done, right? Like, it is the action that love is an action. It is the action that you're taking. You're embodying it with everything that you are. And so it's already done. And then trusting that and just letting it be, right? And for those of you who are just like, who that's not your specific goal, but you're here and you're like, yeah, that sounds great. Like, embodying love, like, just being love sounds great. Then, like, okay, that's it. With the Ace of Cups as well, it could be a sign that there is some kind of offering on the way to you, some kind of note, some kind of love message, or if you want to receive that, accept that it is done and be open to it, be open to receive it, right? Finding ways that you embody love in your everyday life makes you more open to receiving the love that you want. And so opening your heart to it, setting the intention, maybe just set the intention right now that you are embodying love and that you are open to it, and let that play out and know that it's done already and you're good to go. And with this, yeah, changing your focus, like your focus, I think also recognizing that, like, if this is something that you want and you're very focused on it right now, recognize that the you who has that already is focused on other things. Because the you that has that already isn't like, oh, I need to get that. The you that has that already is like, okay, cool, I have that. You know, I'm going to focus on, like, my day-to-day, like, taking care of myself, what feels good, oh, my work, what I'm working on, my creativity, you know, just enjoying the moment, being focused and very present in your life, and is very confident in that. So that's something that if you're looking for, like, okay, but how do I embody this? How do I bring this in? That's one way to think of it. It's like, well, okay, like, maybe I already am that. This is telling me like that's what you already are, right? That's what you want to be. So just be it, right? Just be like, okay, well, the me that has that wouldn't be sitting here thinking about it, so let me go do something else, you know? Let me go focus on something else. And overall, I feel like this group, it's kind of similar to another group. I mean, it's a completely different message, but it's similar in that I feel like it's not something that you necessarily have to do, but more something that is happening for you, and also something that you are, right? Like, you're being asked to acknowledge that you are this love. Like, you are this. It's something that you have to be, but also that you are already. So it's kind of more like acknowledging that and tapping into that energy and being open to it, being accepting of it, being affirming that, you know? And I feel like it's like, it's weird because this message is like, it's like an action that you'll get a result from, but it's also like, it is already. There's not even anything you need to do. And that might be the biggest takeaway for those of you who this resonates with, is that it's not even about anything that you do. It just is. It's already happening. It's already done. Okay. Cool. So yeah, for those of you who just needed like that reassurance, you got it. It's done. You can go focus on something else. Just focus on being love in your every aspect and being loving towards yourself and others and defining what that even is for you, and don't worry about a thing. So, all right, that sounds pretty good. And that's all I got for you. So group 6, I hope that resonated and I hope that was helpful. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. And if you're interested in personal readings, we do offer those in our on our website, sunflowerphilosophy.com. Link will be in the description. And we also offer hypnosis and human design services if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching, and that's the end of our video.